Well, here's my Biscayne. Pretty solid car. That'll sand out. Nothing's ate up. Done a lot of metal work on it already. Had to straighten up the front fenders. Good solid chrome, good hood. And I put new windshield, new side glass, everything except this one little glass right here, which is laying in my toolbox. I picked up these doors for a two-door. And one of them is pretty decent. It's going to need new glass. The other one also needs new glass, but it's rough. Really rough. You can see how bent the aluminum strip is. That tells you how bent the door is. So it's going to take some work. But overall, they're pretty solid. Now the problem is my car is really solid, which would be perfect really to start on. But I hate to cut up a good car. What if you had a car from Pennsylvania though? Yes. Chock full of rust. You're gonna need lots of work. I can't get it open. Hold on. I'll turn the trunk latch here. Yeah, there's rust there. Oh, it's horrible. This deck lid was smashed in probably 4 inches when I got it. Got it flattened out, but it still needs a lot of work. I've replaced the rockers on this side, inner and outer, and did a little work on the surface of the door. No matter how good I make the outside look, you get to the inside and you've got that garbage. Well, it's got bad doors. They're all bad. Much better choice for doing a two-door conversion. It needs lots and lots of rust repair. But let's just see how far we can go. If it's a two-door, maybe it'll be more fun. All right, we're just starting to look at this stuff. You can see here the rear hinge. We can turn it in there. See how it attaches up to the post. Of course, the back side's a little different. It attaches inside, going this way towards the post. This one comes in right behind the latch. So let's go look at this. See here, the screws for the latch go right through to the hinge. It's not going to be a big deal, but we may need to reinforce it. We're going to have to move that hinge in. We're going to have to move it all the way over here. And the seal on the two-door goes to the inside. Or I'm sorry, the seal on the four-door goes to the inside, and the seal for the two-door comes to the outside. This hinge will be moved in on the two-door to about here. And then the seal goes on the outside. So we're going to have to monkey with this pillar a little bit to get it to seal properly and give us our edge, but we'll probably just take that off and then work in a new piece of metal. We'll move that over. I'm not sure. It's recessed here about, I don't know, 1/4 inch maybe, and I'm not sure if we'll need to do that or if it actually needs to be in further. On most of your Tri-5s, this is always set back too far already, so this may be fine, but we're probably going to have to reinforce it behind it which is not going to be much of a problem since it's wide open. Once the door is out of the way, that may be a different kind of a job right there. The fronts are simple. Normally, you can get these bolts out. There's 3 bolts on the top, 3 on the bottom, and they normally come out. They come right out. But when I took the 2-door off, there was enough rust on them that they didn't want to grab a hold of the nut. So I had to come apart over here, which is much more work. 2 screws here, and then you've got some bolts on the inside. I don't know if you can see way up in there. There's a couple bolts holding the hinge against the cowl section. All right, so then the next job is going to be removing the pillars. The bottom, I'm going to have to take the interior apart and find out what's holding it in behind here. This piece here is more than willing to come off. It's just a piece of bolted sheet metal that's open on the back side. And then you've got this piece, which is spot welded on. So I think I'll end up taking that loose. I'll reuse it if I can, but it's going to have to come off. It's going to have to get moved around a little bit. So the next step is going to be pulling some interior out so I can get in behind here and see how that bottom pillar is going to come loose. Once that's off, we can get these doors off of here and start fitting in our front doors. Start bringing the value of this car up. All right, I thought I'd give us a little look at the difference between the 2-door and the 4-door. The 2-door is on the outside and the 4-door is on the inside. You'll notice the seal comes on the inside of the door and then it travels out here on the 2-door. The shape is a little different. And you'll see you got this ridge right here that we don't have here, which I don't think is going to cause too much of an issue. We'll find out. I'm going to have to make that post fit, no matter. I mean, unless this fella I got the doors from would be willing to sell me the post out of that 2-door, which I'd be more than happy to go that way. See the shape of our trim here at the top of the, rather the bottom of the glass is different, but that's not going to hurt us. I've got both of these, so that's going to be fine. We're going to make everything fit the door. I want this to, if anything ever happens to a door, I want to be able to get a 58 door and put a 2-door on it and be done. I don't want to have to build a door. All right, otherwise our hinges are going to be the same, I think. I don't think there's any problem there. See, there's that nasty bastard I had to peel out of the other car, which conveniently it just broke loose on the front. I don't know if it's convenient for that guy, but it was for me. I've got to get that out of that door somehow. Probably weld nuts onto the bolts and see if I can get a bite. Hopefully it'll come out of there. Got all the trim on the door. That's a good deal. Oh, nothing left to do but to do it. Stick around. We'll see what happens.